Okay, so I just want to add something because here's the thing. Easter, yeah. Well, first of all, there's a few different Druidic and runic between Britannia and Germania, and so and I'm not quite sure how we want an ancient Egyptian like ourselves, but we're not going below the canary line on the word Egypt. It is a E for Anglaise. Anyway, Easter, spelled EA. It's the Eastern Association, right, of sterling. Sterling being silver, sterling being the bird, sterling being the diamagnetic. That's the intrinsic value of the persona, the body machina, inside of the ecola chamber of what you just walk around like thinking like we are here and this is like great, oh my god, we are here in the okay, well it goes into like so many more dimensions, which is just so easy for me to see and be able to explain, but I know that y'all walk around thinking like this is real. It is real, but it's the wrong real. We are in like REAL in EA sterling, which is non ci bene per lei. This real, I mean, if you are looking at imagery on the special K, right, where the horizon, the vertical horizon, right, where we're split. One side is the REAL side and one is the REEL side, right? Currently, the Eastern Athletics Association of Sterling pulled us into the REAL, which is where we're supposed to go. Problem is that they kept switching between athletic associations and confusing one another between Mary Regina, it's the Holy Mary, it's the Holy Catholic. Yeah, no, see, even the Catholic in the Church of England, they are really playing off one another with the defense ministry between whatever the fuck they got going on. And then I got oh my god, it's like, yeah, here we go. Here's the island of Erie and here's Rome. And they are playing the Americans and my Europeans. So we are having a very big problem with all of the communication. Jesus Christ. I got acrylics. Yeah, we're going acrylics because they're my Vlads. They're my MARSHALLVLADs. Acrylics, yes, they're strong. Acrylic is like very hard, yeah? And they're my staunch, yeah. So for my acrylic association, that's my Anglaise, because English calls you acrylic. Whichever, sometimes I call you acrylic because I don't want to give away our 18 words. But anyway, so I got acrylics, yeah, acrylics in the east, which is the 3. Yeah, it's Atlantean, right. And then I got America, because they kept that name, and the other side, but there's nothing acrylic, because I don't even think that they speak Dublin. They don't got double Dutch. They don't got, and that's my whole thing. Like, Anglaise is via drei. It is his and my personal language when we come back, because we have so many specific genetic and linguistic needs to communicate across the autistic and like the very big broad spectrum of diverse personalities, diverse culture, what happened previously with whatever you learned in between family and whatever that we weren't present for, and I know my family wasn't even part of. My family was like walking around in oblivion going like, right, whatever was going on that day, I mean, whatever. I mean, totally disassociated from the mainframe of where you all expect me and my family to be when you read the kitty litter on the, machines. So I'm like, I want those of you in Acrylic Association who met me when I was little, my Boris Yeltsin, like, sports team of like, I love you all, I just can't get to you all, to know that I got problems between Catholics and Protestants. I don't even know what your, right, we call them orthotics because they were foot soldiers over in Orthodox territory. So I don't know what, I mean, Boris said that when he came, that they sent him specifically to meet me for that day because his people on their machines looked up I'm going to give the words that I know now. I don't know his specific words. Was the demographics. So like the income of the families, right, around that neighborhood in Lloyd Harbor, Lloyd Neck was very, very high. And then when they were looking at my father's was very, very low. But I also didn't, on the mailing, on the postage, right, because we also had I had to mail letters, we wanted to. We had pen pals in Russia in my elementary school for a while. And so on the mailing address, right, they gave the school's address, right, but that's not where my home address was. My home address was obviously somewhere else because you don't live at school. So I don't know if that linguistics confused over in acrylic because I think that they were trying to figure out my writing style. And so this way they could tell also what was counterfeit and what wasn't between my own hand. So that was established, and that I really appreciated. But what I don't get is where all of the problems came in between, and why they were so, the Tyrian pearls, right? In the records, it says Tyrian pearl and the Atlantis pearl, or the Atlantic. Yeah, it depends on the one letter, which I know when you capitulate, yeah, because we in ancient times, we would capitalize a letter. So this way we would decipher in the pharaona, in pharaoh, when you were a pharaoh and you were of royalty, right, and upstanding, you would have to be very clear and very specific because you didn't want to send someone with a message to document if it was going to fall back on them and wind up killing them, because it is that serious in the capitulate program for which the czars are always born. So you take very, very careful. But here's the other thing. You also have to be able to communicate that you are really this person and you are really this serious and this is your turn. Yeah, I got that. Okay, so that's wonderful. But then what happens when they throw me into a matrices because they're upset about things and now they got people who want to study? It's like you all had ruby slippers and you had Diamond Club and you all were going to work out some form of upper echelon, new federation chair system to get us all into the same HYBridge for the bison, and that's it. And then everybody else, we're just going to fix and bring fruit baskets and clean up the orchards and help out. And that is the way that the Mother Earth program works. I don't understand where we went from that tyranny, because that's what tyranny is in Pharaona when you speak between an acrylic Ural, the pierogi, and again, I say pierogi because I know that that's some kind of Polish famous food, and I know somebody told me that, the women are mad because they think you made them fat because we're superstitious. Oh, well, I apologize, because it wasn't me, but yeah, I'm trying to get there because I'm a little more beefy than I wanted to be too, but that goes back to the McDonald's and the McDowell's and the burgers and the chow food, and we're having a whole lot of problems, but anyway. So there is a lot of marketing and branding also that have gone out that have not been of my approval at all in block lettering, block being Eastern Athletic Association, American, yeah, in the Anglaise territory. They're speaking Regina like a princess over in Castle of Problems in London, England. And again, even in my Isle of Erie and my High Scots and my West Scots and my Gaels up in that territory of Ministry of Defense, right, my Gaels, right, that is very really I don't know, I'm not mad at the people. I know that, oh my God, they're pumpkin spice. I know they get really, but don't get offensive because I can't see you. I can't get to talk to you. You've got all my really extra special records, and your people, not you, but collectively as a people, you're lying in groups and not like the LYONs, like you are like LIE and LIAR, right? That kind. to the Urals and to the Americans fucking up about the Catholics and I mean, you all don't even know, but you get on that high horse of, right, but your people you're living in a fruit orchard in the dirt, as am I, but your people are living high on the hog that are hiding from you and I both. So we're on the same Eastern Athletics team. I don't understand why exactly you think like your queenie is just like doing the right thing. You don't even know how to tell time. I'm trying to save you. So get on the HYBridge so we can redo the orchard so you can be taken care of. And guess what? That whole family that's sitting in that high castle, they're coming out with heads cutting off. I'm the gar gum. I am the car come. Yeah, C-U-M. I know that is like an English, like Eastern Athletic Association America. Oh my God, that is not something you want to take. Right, but in a 10 Commandment way, that is how the Gaels in the Ministry of Defense graffiti mold the records. So if the acrylics say it, it's just you know what I mean? They don't even know that you use that as a gummy Glen kind of a way. Right, and that's why I call you all over in Gal territory. Right, see how this goes? I will be easily just as insulting as what you put on my fucking record and then sent out into the main street of like, wait a minute. Like, what is that? I mean, I know when you say it, you don't know any better, but they're saying they attach that meaning to some other